Good morning. So Carla Stevenson submitted a great question that I think everybody here on Darren Daily would benefit hearing the answer to. Carla asked, how do I get my team to follow through, even when things get boring and monotonous? So this is a great question. No matter your team at the office, your team at church, your team at the charity that you support, your team on the soccer field, and that team at home too. The long, hard work that needs to be done to be successful at anything will always get boring, tedious, monotonous along the way. Many think that success is about mastering the peak moments, the shot before the buzzer, that 15-foot putt on the 18th green, the investor presentation, asking for the order at the end of the sales pitch. But really, and this is a great one for your notes here, success is about mastering the mundane. As Muhammad Ali put it, the fight is won or lost far away from witnesses, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road, long before I dance under those lights. The moments we see on SportsCenter, the moments that we read about on somebody's Wikipedia page, are the peak moments, the moments of victory, the moments of triumph, or the moments of collapse. But the hard, cold, and boring reality of it is, and this is another good one for your notes here, by the way, so that you can remember it, the journey of life is mostly very unexciting, punctuated by moments of extreme excitement. Let's take the most epic hero's journey of them all, Luke Skywalker. A life and journey so fantastical that it is categorized as science fiction. But even Luke's life was mostly boring and monotonous. The movies are just his extreme excitement snapshots. So Star Wars is 9 movies total. I was corrected. I thought that was 8. Apparently it's 9. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Maggie. 9 movies total, consisting of 1,239 minutes, which equals 20 hours and 39 minutes. Let's say that Luke lives to be 78 years old. Apparently now he's 53. Who knew? Okay, 78 years means that he will have lived 683,280 hours. And George Lucas showed us the 20 that were exciting. Although I'd argue, as not much of a Star Wars fan, whether all those 20 hours were exciting or not. That aside, because I don't want to start any controversy here, this means that 99.9981% of his life, and we're talking about Luke Skywalker's life here, was boring, unexciting, and monotonous. We never saw him brush his teeth, take out the trash, pack his gym bag, or chisel out the Chewbacca poop that he accidentally stepped in from the bottom of his boot with a screwdriver. Do you get my point here? Let me repeat the big money line again. The journey of life is mostly very unexciting, punctuated by moments of extreme excitement. And it is what you do and how you operate during that long, arduous, boring, and monotonous time that will determine how prepared you are for those moments of extreme excitement. Here's another great line for your notes. What you do in the dark shines in the light. That is why I repeat, success is about mastering the mundane. You see, we all suffer from drift. We make great proclamations during those moments of excitement. We declare our big, bold, and hairy and audacious goals. We trumpet our new year, new me resolutions, right? But I have probably given you my definition of commitment before. It goes like this. Commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do, long after the mood that you set it in has left you. Commitment is tested and revealed in the mundane moments. We all suffer from drift. We all struggle to stay on track, especially when it gets boring. You struggle with it or you struggle through it. Every great achiever you've ever read about in history books or you see pumping their fist on TV or holding trophies over their head on the covers of magazines or on a box of Wheaties, every one of them struggles with drift. So, if we all struggle, just imagine your team, who have a lot less obsession about your mission than you do. Just imagine your kids, who have a lot less excitement about a clean room, eating healthy, and getting good grades than you do for them. One of the key roles that you have as a leader, to whatever team that you lead, is to be your team's CEO, Chief Emotion Officer. Unfortunately, like it or not, it is up to you to make the boring and mundane exciting again. I am constantly doing this with my team. Many of the campaigns that you have seen me run, we run primarily to emotionally stimulate my team, more than it was actually to campaign our community. Things like the Raven Run. That was done over the summer as a way to focus my team on something fun in order to keep them engaged in their work. The Jumpstart inaugural class. I hustled to put that finishing touches on that because I saw my team needed it to break out of the COVID 2020 melees. The Compound Effect 10-year anniversary with the specific goals and rewards was timed for the end of the summer months. Them hosting their favorite Darren Daily was to keep them emotionally engaged during those critical holiday weeks when so many organizations go into idle. Make no mistake about it, leaders, you are in a competition for attention. You are in a competition for engagement. Either you make what you're doing more interesting, more challenging, and exciting than shopping online, watching YouTube videos, or perusing social media updates, or you will lose much of the capacity of your team to those temptations of drift. And just know, your job is never done. Human beings are a constant rolling emotional roller coaster. Just as soon as you think you've got the coaster headed upward into the sky emotionally, it crests and starts spiraling downward twice as fast. This is the hardest part about being a leader. The people. A friend of mine, Connie Podesta, wrote a book in the 90s called Life Would Be Easy If It Weren't for Other People. Just the same, leadership would be easy if it weren't for other people. That is why you need to learn this skill. Much of what you will learn during the hero's journey is on how to constantly drive, stoke the flames, and stimulate the emotional engagement of your team. And trust me, once you learn how to do this, you can keep any group of humans engaged in your cause, engaged in your goals, mission, or objectives. Even client communities, vendor networks, charity or church donors, and yes, even those ADHD kiddos that you have streaking naked through your house. And now, on to some Friday Funnies.